everybody. After my speech, I do have little gifts, so just to be thankful. I like to be thankful on my birthdays. Well, as you know, my speech is, why should we be healthy? And this has become across a lot lately because people feel like, well, I need to lose weight, I need to run, I need to walk, I need to do this. But we always say that we need to, but what's holding us back? This lady that I read an excellent book by, her name is Denine Rogers, and it's about stop saying you're fine. Discover a more powerful you. And the thing that she brought up, interesting, about her book was that when we say that we want to lose weight, we never plan it. We always say that it's in our mind, it's in the back of our mind, and we want to do it, but we always want to do something, but why in the world do we not plan it? What's holding us back? And I noticed that with myself too. What is holding myself back from being the quote-unquote weight and being healthy myself? And I noticed that there's a lot of barriers, and we have to basically try to break down those barriers in order to achieve the goal that we want to achieve. This year I had the opportunity of working with the Kids Eat Rights program through the American Dietetic Association, and I chronicled my about 5 months of working with these children and noticing how much they've changed from the beginning of the school year to the closing of the school year of their eating habits. And it's all because they realize that, you know, why? Why do I have to change? Why do I have to make these changes? Through education. We decided to do a garden in their quote-unquote courtyard and schoolyard. And we noticed that once we had the children involved in the gardening, they was like, wow, this is what a carrot looks like. We always thought it came from the store. This is what a radish looks like. This is what a real organic food looks like. And then having the chance of giving them a chance to taste it, just coming out of the ground, it just shocked them because when they were able to pull it out the ground, we wash it off, of course. So, you know, for people who kids go to Dorset, Souls Elementary School, we did not give them dirty vegetables. So washing it off and then eating it, they realized, wow, this is really good. These vegetables are good. That's why the cafeteria manager makes us tell us, eat your vegetables. That's why my mom and dad tells me to eat my vegetables. So they really, really have a chance to see that. So then they said, well, you know, instead of a cookie, I want a raw carrot because I ate one in the yard. Or instead of having candy, I want to have, let's say, string beans or sweet peas or something like that. And that gives an idea of, hey, you know, this is really good, tastes good. So having that opportunity and educating them and explaining to them that this is what can help you out. We always say we want to be healthy because we don't want strain, we don't want to be a burden later on in life with our families. But the thing is that we just have to first make that step in order to say, okay, I want to do this. The first thing to do is to plan a goal, write it down. If we don't write it down, how are we going to remember? A lot of times we write things down about what we want to do today, but we never ever have a chance to write down what we need to do today. So writing it down, and then after you write it down, how are you going to do it? That's the most important thing, is how. How are you going to get from point A to point B? And the way to do that is basically plan. Like this week, I made an effort. It was extremely, extremely hard, but I did, and I planned to run with my dogs about at least 5 times a week, because before I was doing that, but then when I came back from coming out the West Coast, I was exhausted because the time changed, and I just said, oh, forget about it. But then I realized my goal was to be healthy. My goal was to not being so tired in the mornings, not to drag. So I wrote down and said, today I am going to walk for 15 minutes with my dogs. So, and I did. My dogs were extremely happy, and I was happy. So it was a win-win-win situation. So we basically endured through this process of losing our quote-unquote weight. They lost their little doggy weight a little bit, and I lost my weight, a lot of my weight. So thank you. This booklet, which I'm sorry I forgot to bring it with me, but next week I will bring it for you guys. It tells you 10 simple steps of making more good habits, basically deliciously. So I'm not going to go through all the steps, but I just want to pinpoint some of the steps that they really say that makes a big difference. Basically getting moving, like I was talking about exercise, that is a really good thing, because once you get that quick high, that enduring high. Unlike coffee, you get high and go straight back down. So with exercise, it gives you that enduring high. Checking your serving sizes. I've talked to this before about the fact of be aware of what you're putting on your plate. Be aware of where you position your food. If you see that your steak takes up the whole plate, there's a problem there. Okay. Another thing is, and the last thing, is to acknowledge that we have a stinking thinking routine. And I'm taking that from Paula Dean. She always says stinking thinking. So try to get rid of that stinking thinking of, oh, well, I can't do this. Oh, this is going to be too much. It's going to be long suffering and enduring for me to lose this weight. Get rid of that stinking thinking. Believe. Understand, learn from yourself, learn about yourself and how you can definitely overcome these challenges to get healthy. And being healthy is not just a saying. It's basically a quality of life. It is the fact of obtaining daily routine and believing in yourself, because it is a journey. Once we realize that we can do this, we can take action, and we can rely on ourselves and say that I can be healthy, I can do this, then our quality of life will definitely improve, and also our relationship with others too. Thank you.
And I have trouble sometimes watching you talk, listening to you, because your hands were going like this, and you were emphasizing so many words throughout the speech. It's beautiful hand gestures. Let's tone them down. Keep it down here a little bit sometimes. Bring them back up here. When you really want to emphasize something, you can do it. You used those gestures as you went through. That was a powerful part of your persuasion in your speech. But every word that you got to, during portions of your speech, you would do this. And it really made me feel like, let's just emphasize the important stuff. Not that it wasn't all important, but not every word that you come to. The title was beautiful. And the parts that you brought out about why should we plan. A couple of times there I thought, breathe. Need to breathe. It's your birthday. You're not going to make it to the next one. But then the second half of your speech, you just went right along and you were just flowing with it and your hands were, But then when the light switched on, you've got the same problem I've got. That light comes on, it's like, oh, we've got to hurry it up. It's time to hurry now. Oh, we've got to get on through this. Calm down throughout the speech. Emphasize the important words. And then the last thing that your closing, it was very compelling. You went back and you said you can do it. You need to plan. You need to, like this, you were really putting it on. But I have seen you grow over these few months, and you do a remarkable job. Your content is so interesting. Everyone makes you want to listen, because we know that when you get up here, you're sincere, you're honest, and what you're going to tell us is so true. And that makes it easy for you to persuade people. So you be careful. Don't be persuading people for something you're not supposed to.
Okay.